lined up ready, 30 laps in this Monaco Ford special event for the SK Light Modifieds.
Dead even, they're bumping, they're pushing at the line as the green flag comes out, and they're side by side to turn one. Kalogiannis on the inside, but Lambros gets a huge run off of turn two.
Lambros to the outside lane and to the lead. Here comes Tyler Berry, the defending champion. Crossover move up the back straightaway, up to second, looking for the lead, digging hard on the bottom to complete lap one.
Lambros went a little too wide in 3 and 4, and that opened the door for the defending champion Tyler Berry, who ekes out ahead in turn one and clears Lambros for the top spot.
Here comes Ron Midford up to third in car number 76, and he is challenging for the second position in turn number 3. Alex Pearl up to the 4th spot. Anglace letting it ride wide off of turn 4. He's up to 5th in car 10.
Ron Midford Jr. in the 76 got a little bit sideways off of 4, but it did not shutter his momentum. He's on the inside of Lambros in the battle for second, while Alex Pearl did not take long, going from 8th to 4th.
He's up to 4th. That's car number 7, just in front of Nick Anglace in car number 10. Top 4 were beginning to break away, and now here comes Anglace along with Jason Chapman in the 44. Tyler Chapman in car number 41 as they go back to turn number 2. Best battling from now the 3rd on back.
Ron Midford Jr. is going to pull up alongside Berry. They get together and Midford goes around in front of the field. Everybody scrambles. Brandon Michael goes around. Wade Gagner slides through the grass. Casey Vogt spins around.
Looks like Amanda West has some damage in car number 15 as well. .27 laps to go, and it is Berry. That move's going to pay off from the outside lane right to the bottom and to the front of the field by the time they get to the back straightaway.
Nick Anglace loves to ride the second lane, and he's doing it to second spot after starting back in 10th. He's on the outside of Lambros, while Tyler Chapman's on the outside of Pearl for 4th.
Battling for second, battling for 4th, battling for 6th as Jason Chapman goes to the inside of George Bessette Jr. for that 6th position. Top 7 begin to break away from the rest of the field up the back straightaway. The battle for second intensifies with Nick Anglace getting the run in the outside lane in car number 10. Nick at the 67 doing a great job at the front of the field for Lambros at the point.
Lambros having a tough time getting the bite off the corner, and that might hurt Alex Pearl because he's stuck on the bottom, and that allows George Bessette Jr. to move by him. Now Tyler Chapman looks to the inside of Anglace in the battle for second, while Bessette looks to the outside of Lambros.
Yeah, Lambros beginning to fade just a bit, but still doing a nice job at the front of the field. Tucks back in the line, just inside of the top 5 and finding some pressure to his right elbow from George Bessette Jr. Alex Pearl looking to make that outside lane work as well in car number 7. Jason Chapman in the 44, next car back out of the front 5. As at the front of the field, it is all Tyler Berry pulling away at the point. Healthy gap right now between himself and this mad scramble from second on back.
Well, Tyler Berry loves what he's seeing in the mirror because second on back, as you mentioned, they are all stacked up together. Tyler Chapman, Nick Anglace, William Lambros, George Bessette Jr., Jason Chapman, and Alex Pearl are all in a wad.
Pearl in the outside lane, that outside groove looks like it's running well for those teams out there. Lambros continuing to fade just a bit. Now he moves to the outside lane, opens the door for Bessette on the bottom in a bid for 4th. Battle for second, Tyler Chapman in the 41, Anglace in the 10. Thins out just a bit as they cross the line to complete lap number 9 of 30.
George Bessette Jr. to the inside of Pearl, and Pearl, for how fast he was in practice, not really making the progress forward we might have expected, albeit he now moves up to the 5th spot as he gets the run off of 2 on the outside of Bessette, but Bessette is staying very stubborn on the bottom. They're still wheel to wheel.
A couple laps in a row now as they'll single out by the time they get to turn number 1. Pearl still utilizing that outside lane, trying to build a run off of turn number 2. Knows he has a quicker car than Lambros. Trouble over in turn 2. One car breaks loose.
Yep, Ron Midford Jr. goes around, and then Arcari and DeZonia get together and go around. And that started on the front straightaway where they were 3 wide. It was Brandon Michael, Bob Charland, and Chris Vians. They got together going into 1, and Midford was just an unfortunate victim. How good of a jump does Berry get here? A pretty decent jump. He's just about clear of Chapman going into turn 1. William Lambros pulls to the outside Chapman now, but Chapman drives it in deep in the one, and look at that car stick on the bottom.
Good run for Tyler Chapman on the inside of the racetrack off of turn number 2 and up the back straightaway. Drag race into the corner. It's going to be Chapman coming out on top, burying that outside lane in jeopardy of losing the second spot.
Chapman's car just stuck to the white line like it was on a rail. That might spell trouble. Oh, Tyler buries loose off of 2, gets hit from behind by Anglace and goes around on the backstretch.
And the 67, William Lambros in the outside lane, continuing his good run here tonight.
Chapman gets the jump on the bottom lane. Tyler Chapman, that is. Anglace right behind Chapman looks to the inside of Lambros in the battle for second, while Pearl pushes Lambros down the backstretch.
Lambros up the second. Here comes Anglace in the 10. The 7 of Alex Pearl goes to the outside. That opens the door for Bessette on the bottom. And all of this is allowing now Tyler Chapman to pull away at the front in car number 41.
George Bessette Jr. in the 39, it just seems like he cannot find the right lane to be in. He looks inside, nowhere to go. He looks outside, nowhere to go. Now he looks inside of Anglace while Pearl gets past Lambros for second.
Alex Pearl up to the second spot, car number 7. Lambros giving him the bumper here on the front straightaway, and car number 67 will back off by the time they get to turn number 1 and position that car in third. Anglace to the outside of Bessette for the 4th spot. Meg Fuller still looking to move around at 92 for David Webb, just inside of the top 10. Here's Bessette again stepping out of line on Anglace for the 4th spot into turn number 1. Bessette with a big run to the bottom of the racetrack. Anglace with the run off of the corner.
Bessette's got to be thinking, what is it going to take to get past this 10 car? This is the furthest ahead he's been thus far. He runs Anglace up the track a little bit, but he's clear, so move Bessette up to 4th.
Continuing to have a good run, the 67 of William Lambros started up front and staying there. Haley DeZonia spins over in turn 2. She's okay, continues on as the battle for the lead tightens up the back straightaway.
Pearl cuts the gap almost in half. It was 3 car lengths, now it's down to just 1. Behind them, George Bessette Jr. moves underneath William Lambros in the battle for 3rd. Tight off of turn 4, but they're still dead even at the line.
Lambros in the outside lane. Here comes Bessette to the bottom. Try to take that 3rd spot away. Lambros not going down without a fight. Up topside in car number 67. Anglace nowhere to go in car number 10 as they run side by side ahead of him. He runs in 5th.
As they head through 3 and 4, Pearl almost gets to the back of Tyler Chapman, almost hit him. As the white flag waves, final lap, here comes Pearl to the inside.
Time to go for Alex Pearl. Had a look to the inside, couldn't make a run. How about off of turn 2, up the back straightaway? He'll have one final shot in turn 3.
He looks down low. He gave Chapman a shot down the backstretch. He's on the apron, trying to find a hole, but he can't do it. The Monaco Ford SK Light 30 goes to Tyler Chapman. Alex Pearl finishes second. George Bessette Jr. edges out Nick Anglace for 3rd.